Hey everybody, Spine Ticks Pressing here, and I've got in front of me Detective Comics number 85. So don't change that bat channel, because we're going to be cleaning this cover. Stay tuned! Well, I'm glad you're back, because this is a beautiful piece of comic book history that we've got. This is issue number 85 of Detective Comics. Came out in 1944, and this is one of the most exciting parts of working on books and cleaning and pressing books. Is you get to put these fantastic pieces of literal pieces of history in your hands. And what we've got here is we've got a beautiful cover. This was by Dick Sprang is the cover artist. And just some of the things that jump out to me that I really love about this cover, you know, obviously this really cool old school Batman logo here in the upper left-hand corner. There's just so much. We've got Batman and Robin tied up, and we've got two Jokers on the cover. And I've done a little bit of work on the back of the book, but this video is going to be all about the front cover. Now, there's a couple issues with the cover. Well, first, I guess we'll maybe talk about some of the positives. I really feel like there's a slight miswrap, or I think in this case it wasn't so much a miswrap. It's just the way that the processing of these books were done in the 40s, that you get kind of this like a middle overhang. It's like there's too much book. I'm not sure how many pages, but there's quite a few pages. I think this is like a 50-page book. But down here in this bottom left corner, someone's done a pretty good job of applying some tape to it. There was a tear on the corner. They've applied a little bit of tape recently. And this particular book, one of the most challenging aspects of it is this back staple here. And you can see here's the back of the book. There's beautiful color still present. Some pieces missing from the book. And I did a little bit of work down here in this corner, and I used, this is a tool which I haven't used much, but I like using it on Golden Age books. And it's kind of like a drafting eraser. It's like a sock with eraser shavings in it. One of the drawbacks with this tool is you really have to make sure that you do a really good job of brushing off your workstation, because any of these pieces of the eraser, if they're loose, they'll get in the book, and you can press it right into the cover. But this staple, there's only one staple on the book. It's that old, and it's, I don't want to say it's barely hanging on. It's on, but there's some tearing, and there's a very high danger with this particular book of detaching the cover. So I'm not going to really mess with this one a whole lot when it comes to the pressing of the book. The book itself looks pretty good in terms of issues on the cover. The biggest issues that I see are some of this fingerprint staining, or which kind of looks like kind of a dirty black area. Some staining down in here. This large stain right here in the center of the book. And then this area right up in here, you can see it's very dirty right up in here. And along here, this whole area I think can really whiten up, and we can draw out some of the colors in the book. So this particular book, my recipe for it is, you know, obviously the Absorine eraser is always a go. And my pads, my facial pads, this particular book is going to use the last of my pads from my last pack. I've already ordered another pack, and I have it. I just haven't opened them up yet. And then I'm going to finish off with this eraser pad on the cover to really try to draw out some of the dirt and bring up the colors. My goal, if I could get rid of this staining down in here and somehow find a way to remove this stain in the center, I think this book can really really move forward. In high grade, this book is extremely valuable. I think it's in the $4,000 to $5,000 range, and I think even a mid grade copy is I want to say like around 1,400 bucks or so. I don't know. This book has a lot of issues. There's a tear. There's pieces missing from the back cover. There's a chunk missing right here, and obviously the tape and the staple barely on. So I would say this is a fairly low grade copy. There are some creasing here, and they really, the interesting thing is they're not really color breaking. So beautiful book, beautiful book. I hope you agree. This is a beautiful book to work on. It's always a pleasure when you encounter things like this. And so we're going to start. I don't really, my objective with this book is to do, is to be, not to be invasive at all. I really would like to get this stain off. I may try applying a little bit of liquid to get that off. So the number one thing is we'll see how it responds to the pads. So starting with the facial pads, going to go to Absarine Eraser, and then ended up with the drafting eraser. So, all right, here we go. I'll put on some music for you, and just kind of hang tight. So I'm just going to focus on these areas here, trying to remove what I can. It's important to stop and periodically check your pad to make sure that you're not removing color from the book. There's a lot of dark colors on this book, so there is a risk of that, of course. Now you can see as I'm working these yellow areas, some of the yellow is improving. There's some creasing right in here, non-color breaking creasing that's coming up, and you can see the pad is getting dirty. I'm going to go through a lot of pads with this book because I don't want to clean the book itself with a dirty pad. So I'm already flipping over to the back side of this pad. These things are so cheap. I think they're like 5 cents, maybe 10 cents a piece. And so just get rid of them when they're too dirty. I just don't think it's worth the risk of rubbing the dirt into the book. So this is a little problem area. And work it down there. See a little bit of discoloration there, some type of a stain right in there, and I'm just going to massage it and see what happens. And it's starting to come out. Starting to, yep, just about gone right there. There is a drink stain. I can see the curvature of it. So a drink was probably placed on this long ago, and that stain is also coming out. Probably should have photographed that one. But really want to focus on the key characters on the cover. Joker. So damn maniacal. But he is a very important part of the Bat universe. Maybe the most important part of the Bat universe. All right, hey, if you like these kind of videos, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Take a look at some of my other videos that I've got. I've got a lot of them now. Got some big changes coming to this channel. I'm working really hard right now on creating a hobby room, and I've got a lot of tremendous ideas on decorating and the overall look of it. I think it's going to come out great. I've already started working on it, and my projected guess is I'll probably finish it up in April. That's going to be my goal. It's right around the time of my son's birthday. So, and I have 2 daughters, and they're also born in April. So I think that's a good time, There's a fairly good sized stain here on the book. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that. You can see the pinks. So some of this red is coming up off the book. And so I need to be a little bit more gentle with the pad. I've already gone through 2 pads. I like to use one pad to kind of steady the book, put my hand down, and another pad for cleaning. And I'm just very gently, this is very rough over in this area, very dirty on this side of the book. The drafting eraser is going to get a lot of the crap off this book. I don't really like using the drafting eraser on books, on modern, or I feel like Silver Age and Golden Age, it works the best because they just have the tendency to have, decades more of wear and dirt and grime on the book. So I'm really liking the look, the yellow now in this area. Stain is still pretty significant. I'm not sure if this is a stain here or what, but I feel like this is diminishing slightly. And I feel like I've got a lot of the residual dirt out of that area. And I feel like this area up here has improved a little bit as well. Like I said, I just want to be very careful not to cause any damage to the book in this area, this white area where the Detective Comics title is. All right, so I'm just going to take a break here and let's do a close-up and let you take a look at the book so far. Well, I hope you were able to get a nice look. Close up, you could see some of the creasing in the book. I don't know, this book's really a very nice copy. I'm not sure what it's going to grade out at. I think maybe the top end might be about a 3.0, but it's going to be a really nicely presenting 3.0, this book, I believe. And like I said, my goal is this stain, this fingerprint staining, and this fingerprint right there. If I could get those out, I will be ecstatic. I really believe this is a fantastic tool, this Absterene eraser, and it's doing a marvelous job. One of my goals for my channel is to try to get some better technology for zooming in on what I'm working on. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments below, or if you know of any other channels in the community here on YouTube that I should check out, see what kind of maybe cameras they're using. Mine's pretty basic. I just use my cell phone. I've got a relatively new cell phone, and I think this camera on it has maybe, I think it might be like a 50 megapixel camera, which I think is fairly good, but can never really tell. Let's give you a little on the book. I want to put a special thanks out there to you guys on this channel for nominating me. I'm not sure who did, but someone out there, and maybe it's a channel subscriber, nominated this channel, Spine-Tix Pressing, for best comic book cleaning and conservation how-tos or channels. So thank you. I really want to thank you. It was just so awesome to be nominated up there with other channels that I really admire and watch all the time, like Jerry the Jitterbug. And I want to congratulate Jerry. I know sometimes you pop in and take a look at some of my videos and give me feedback, and I really appreciate it, and I love it. and I enjoy some of the Disney stuff that you put out. And I think you know that because I leave comments about your pins and some of the other cool stuff. I'm a Disney guy too. And I love the theme parks. I love going to Disney World. That's the park that we pretty much go to as a family. But we are going to be going soon in 2024 to Disneyland. And that's where I started my Disney love as a kid, going to Disneyland just about every year. My family traveled there, and we had some great memories. Great memories. And my wife's enjoying cruising with Disney, and so we've been doing that. And yeah, been having fun doing that kind of stuff. So special shout out and congratulations to Jerry the Jitterbug. You have a great channel, Jerry. I love it, and I've learned a lot from you, and I don't know. I don't think I can ever get to your level of what you do with some of the books. You do some amazing stuff. I sure would love to be able to do some stuff with the conservation, and I think I'll probably eventually try. But right now, I'm very content just studying what you do and trying to learn from you. And I've followed your advice, and I've followed Sanderson Studios. If you are listening to this and you have not checked out Kenny Sanderson on Instagram, he does some amazing work with very high-end books, and I'm always really quite amazed at what he can do. So I'm getting quite a bit of dirt off. You can see that on the Absarine sponge, and I really want to try to get all the dirt that I can off this book with my Absarine sponge before I go to this my little architect's eraser. I'm still see a little bit of dirt and crud right in there. I think some of this dirt and crud will come off. Being very gentle on the spine, not to cause any wear to it. There are no spine ticks up in this area, but I have some down in here. And you can, with an Absarine eraser, you can cause a little bit of wear to the book and damage if you're not careful. A little stain there that is cleaning up a little bit. It's not going away, and it's taking off some of the gloss. You know, it's kind of fun as you can still see some of the gloss in the book. And I just imagine what these books looked like, you know, when they were on the shelf. Just how incredible would it be to have a time machine and go back and grab a couple and pop back into this time. All right. I don't know if you can see, this area is cleaned up quite a bit. All these little stains I think have lightened. The yellows look better. The purples look better too, also in Joker's face. I'm going to use my precision eraser. This one's a little like a pencil tip. I'm going to clean it right now. And I'm going to go in and try to hit some of these whites, the areas that are really white. There's this white right here. And a lot of dirt coming up off the book. And I'm going to hit Joker. Joker 1. And Joker 2, he is a rascally guy. Let me know in the comments below, who is your favorite Joker? I think we've had several of them. Cesar Romero from the 1960s Batman series, which I grew up watching a lot of those episodes. It's one of the things that created a love for Batman in me. Let's see, we've got Jack Nicholson and Batman 89, and then we had, was Heath Ledger the next one? I think so. And then we've had a couple others. Dominic Monaghan might have, is that his name? I know he's that redheaded actor that he's a young guy, and He's the actor that does the Star Wars video game stuff and plays Cal Kestis. I don't think I'm saying his name correctly. Maybe I am. Let me know. But let me know in the comments below, who is your favorite Joker? And, oh, I just realized I forgot a couple important Jokers. We have the Joaquin Phoenix Joker as well. And I don't think there are any others. Like, oh, yes, there is. We've got, gosh, I am really losing it tonight. It's not that late, and I haven't been drinking. But we also have, oh, goodness, what's his name? I can't remember his name. But he played the Joker in some scenes with Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad. It's going to come to me. He also played in the Sonyverse Morbius. Jared Leto. I think he's a great actor. I really like him, and the dude doesn't seem to age. So who do you think? Who is your favorite Joker of all time? And here we go. This is going to be, I think, the most dramatic change in the book, and hopefully we'll be able to see it. But I want to get some of the shavings out and try to get a lot of them out on the book to start with, and then just do some circular rubbing. Now, I have not used this tool. I don't believe I have used this tool ever in a video. So I'm going to kind of focus a little bit here, hoping to maybe get some of that out. But I'm telling you, I just don't think I have a good enough camera to let you see the difference. But this is really makes a difference, this tool, on some of these grimy looking Golden Age books. And I'll do some pressing of this book, try to get some of the creasing out. And I think this book's going to look really nice. And this is not one of my books. This is one of the owners of my LCS. I have an LCS that's got multiple owners. And he was really excited to show me this book. And I don't disagree. I think this is an amazing, amazing book that anyone would love to have in their personal collection. So I'm going to brush it a little bit just to kind of survey the dark. I don't feel like I'm picking up any of the dark colors. I don't feel like it's lightening. I sure hope it's not. And don't seem to be making any headway whatsoever with a stain in the center. But I feel like the colors are a little more vibrant in this area, like the purples and Batman's skin tone and his blues and Robin's greens. And some of the staining I had down here around Batman's leg seemed to be going away. This is the only cleaning tool that I've experienced that can work and have success on yellows. But again, you really have to be careful and be very gentle with this, with any type of a cleaning tool. I mean, really all I'm doing is just gently letting the shavings do the work. And I probably need to experiment with some other colors, like maybe some white shavings. But the stuff that comes out here is kind of a yellowy looking color in itself. So here's, I'm really excited to hit this area. This is the part I've been really jonesing to get to, is this white. I think we're going to see a dramatic, noticeable color change in the white. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to just do the center, and then we'll see if we can compare it to the outer edges of the book. Beautiful book. All right, let's brush it off. What do you think? Do you notice? Does it look a little bit better? To my eyes, it does look better. This stain's still there. It's not going away. But I can just keep working. Let's do some drops, fluff out some of the shavings. The more shavings out, I think the better for the cleaning. Again, really important, you've got to get these shavings up. Got to get them up, because I have made the mistake myself of not getting them up and then pressing a book with the shavings. And you can get it out. It's not a death sentence for the book, but it's not ideal. To get it out, you're going to have to have a little bit of luck with some scraping. And what I like to use is I like to just cut a section of backer board and use that very softly to try to get, if I have some type of gunk stuck to the cover. All right, so let's hit this edge here. The edge of this book was really dirty. And let's try to get that. I sure do want that stain. And I don't know. It's kind of a thing you have to weigh out. Is it worth trying to go after to get off the book? I think it might be. But I'm going to finish this and then let it kind of ruminate in my brain and see how much I want to try to go after that. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to try to remove that and create an additional stain. And I've got this purple stain here that I really don't know what it is. It does seem to be, really seems like it's coming off, but I could be wrong. So this is just a patience game. Just want to keep massaging the book. Colors are becoming more vibrant. Like Batman is really starting to stand out. The reds are starting to stand out nicely. The white is getting whiter. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll put this book under the blue light, the blue LED lights in my little blue LED light chamber. And that seems to have a nice effect on the book. Even just 30 minutes to an hour in that blue light chamber seems to activate the colors in the book and really make a book look nice. So, hey, don't forget, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please be sure to subscribe. I'd love to have you come back and take a look at some of the other videos that I have and some of my other work. And if you're at all interested in having me work on your books, take a look at the description of this video. I've got information, and I have a special for new customers. And I really feel like my business aspects of the cleaning is increasing. I think I have one, I would say one for sure, regular, very consistent regular customer. Now, granted, I've been playing around with cleaning books for a long time, for years and years and years. But since I've retired from the field of education, I've been wanting to try to start up a cleaning business, cleaning and pressing. And I've got one for sure customer who is now a regular, who's very pleased with some of the work that I did for him. And that's Hangar 18 Comics down in Corpus Christi, Texas. And now 3 of the owners of my LCS have me working on their books. And I've got, I think, a total of 22 books, 2 Golden Age books for this customer, and this is one of them. And the other 2 have given me about, I think, 10 books each to work on. And if you need somebody to work on your books, I do have a special for new customers, and I do basically 3 books for free. And I think I'm pretty flexible with which books get to be the 3 books. So I do charge $20 for cleaning and pressing the pre-1975 books. And so you can see I've got a lot of residue. And it's $15 for moderns. And if there's anything crazy you want to try to do, I'm open to it. Like, you know, restoration type work or conservation type work. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to continue to work on this. I don't think you need to stick around for all that. And what I'll do is I will add to this video a close-up of the book after I've completed it. And I'm going to think about this. Do I want to try to maybe apply some distilled water to either a pad or to, probably we'll use a Q-tip if I do it, to try to get that out. And I might just study that for a little bit under my jeweler's glasses and see what that it looks like. I see, you almost can see the stain close up, can't you? Look at that. Pretty good. All right, well, thanks for tuning in on this video. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this little bit of history. Detective Comics number 85, beautiful Joker, classic Joker cover. You know, 1944, it's quite a long time ago. Just a beautiful piece of history. So I'm going to keep working on it. I feel like the more I spend working on this area here, the lighter it's getting. This stain right here is almost gone. You can still see where it's at. But all in all, great book. Take a look at some of the other videos that I've got on the screen. Let me slide this over so you can take a look at them right here. And you know what? Enjoy this hobby. It's a great hobby we've got. Please come back and take a look at some of my other videos in the future. And as always, happy hunting.